Recently, I have seen videos and stories of people who have changed their lifestyles to minimize the amount of waste they produce. I think it is crazy to give up everything and live a minimalist life just to fit 3 years of garbage in one jar. It seems impossible for most people. I do, however, think it is very possible for people to help reduce the amount of waste simply by recycling. As college students and people living on this earth, it is important that we take care of it and protect its natural beauty. By recycling, reusing, or buying used items, you can save money while saving the environment. I have done a lot of research on the topic of waste and the environment and have come to understand a lot about it. While I also can take blame for throwing out a lot of materials that could be recycled, I do try to make an effort to not have as much waste by reusing as many items as I can. Today, I will provide you with information about the waste in the environment, what is the cause of so much waste, ways you can help solve this problem, and the benefits of recycling. Let's begin by talking about what the specific problem is with waste in the environment. The big problem is that each year there is an absurd amount of waste being sent to landfills. Louis Bloomberg and Robert Gottlieb in the book War on Waste from 1989 say that just 2 decades after the Great Depression, when people would not waste anything, Americans were being taught to be wasteful, throwing out billions of tons of waste. This is a problem because the garbage is affecting the environment and health and safety of humans and wildlife around the world. Trash from landfills find its way into rivers and streams and can make its way into oceans. According to LA Times article by Ann Simmons in 2016, pollution from waste runs into rivers and seeps into groundwater. Flooding is caused by garbage clogging drains, and the atmosphere can be poisoned by toxic discharge from waste. Waste is also harmful to wildlife near landfills and in the rivers, streams, lakes, and oceans where it ends up. This is a problem not only in America, but all over the world. Now that you know about the problem of garbage, I will tell you the reasons for why people have not made an effort to fix this problem. This problem of having so much waste in the environment is due largely to the carelessness of humans. Most people have the mindset of, I'll just leave it for the next generation, but this happens with every generation. The reasons for the significantly accelerated generation of waste in the world, according to the article, Minimizing the Increasing Solid Waste Through Zero Waste Strategy, published in October 2015 in the Journal of Cleaner Production, are due to the increasing populations, booming economy, rapid urbanization, and the rising community living standards. This problem has not been solved yet because of several reasons. The first reason why people have not made an effort to solve this problem is simply the lack of knowledge. Aaron Shoemaker points out in the HuffPost News article titled "The Psychology Behind Why People Don't Recycle" that because the reward for recycling and the repercussions for infrequently recycling aren't necessarily immediate, it can be hard for people to make the association between their daily habits and those habits' consequences. Another large reason for people not recycling the majority of their waste is a lack of accessibility to recycling facilities. Almost everyone in both urban and rural areas have access to garbage dumpster use, but not as many people have access to recycling facilities. This makes it easier for people to just throw away their garbage and send it to landfills rather than taking the time to recycle it. Based on these examples and this research, more people would participate in recycling if they were better informed about the beneficial effects and if it were somehow made easier and more accessible. However, there are ways to recycle and reuse items on your own that don't take much time or access to recycling facilities. Now that I have told you the reasons for why the majority of people don't recycle, I'm going to tell you several ways that you can help reduce the amount of waste that is sent to landfills. The solution to this issue is for people around the world to just start with small things that don't require access to recycling facilities or take much time, and work up to recycling everything on a much larger scale. Taking a little time each day and creating a routine or habit of these small things is mentally rewarding and great for the environment. As an audience, you can work to fight the problem of putting so much waste into the environment by doing several little things in your normal daily tasks to eliminate some of the waste being produced. An example of something small that you can do is reusing or refilling plastic water bottles for several days or switching to reusable bottles entirely. A second way to reduce waste is to find new ways to use waste within your house. This can be done by turning bottles, cans, or paper products into things like flower pots, desk organizers, or best of all, a piece of artwork. Another thing to do is donate old items to thrift stores and to buy more used items rather than purchasing all new products. The best thing to do, however, is work to eliminate waste altogether. This can be done by not buying produce or processed foods that are packaged in plastic or plastic bottles, and rather than buying everything, making more homemade. Doing this could get you to the point of living with only a jar of waste, or a zero waste lifestyle. According to the book Zero Waste by Robin Murray, published in 2002, like the simplicity of recycling, as a methodology, zero waste requires all levels of production to identify the origin of waste, find innovative ways to reduce it, and to reuse or recycle that which cannot be prevented. If we stop buying plastic products or start recycling more, producers will stop making more just to be sent to landfills. The zero waste ideology could be better to adapt than recycling alone. With this lifestyle, finding new ways to use old items instead of throwing it away and buying new can be a fun way to spend time and save money by not buying unneeded items. And again, it can reduce the amount of waste being sent to the environment. Recycling can provide many benefits not only to the environment, but to your personal health and safety of wildlife. And it can provide jobs to many people who do not have any. According to the U.S. EPA information in Recycling Basics from November 2019, in 2007, recycling and reuse activities in the U.S. accounted for 757,000 jobs, $36.6 billion in wages, and $6.7 billion in tax revenues. As a result of simply recycling items that you would normally throw away, you are helping create jobs. These are only a few ways to help reduce waste through recycling items, and even the smallest effort can make a large difference. Today, I have provided you with information about waste in the environment, what is the cause of so much waste, ways to help solve this problem, and the benefits of recycling. I hope with all this information, you will start recycling and reusing your items in your own ways to help solve this problem. As I stated in my introduction, by recycling, you can save money while saving the environment. It is important that we take care of the earth and preserve the natural beauty for years to come. Thank you.